watching out for you. This is KEZI 9 News at 11.
Thank you for staying up with us tonight. I am Brian Richardson. KEZI 9 News reporter Sarah Hurwitz is live tonight in Eugene with what Lane County Public Health says might be contributing to those high rates, as well as one woman's struggle with her weight. She has our top story here at 11. Sarah?
Well, Lane County Public Health says that the numbers aren't as surprising as you might think. 6 in 10 people in Lane County are either obese or overweight. And for one Springfield woman, she was one of those 6, struggling for years until she made a major health decision that changed her life.
It's amazing to have the energy and nice to know that I can go out and do things with the girls, which was my main motivator.
It's a much easier walk in Aravinda Crocker's shoes. But these steps haven't always been so effortless.
I probably first started gaining weight in my puberty years, 13, 14 in there, but I was fairly active, and so I kind of kept it in check.
Life quickly got in the way of keeping a healthy lifestyle.
I went to college, gained the college 15, the freshman 15, and tried to be active even then, but I worked 2 jobs. I was going to college. One of the jobs I had was a late night job where I was working at a movie theater and I had access to all the popcorn I wanted.
A family tragedy led to another 60 pounds. And what was weight management quickly became a medical issue.
I had a voicemail waiting that said, your blood sugar readings are high. We need to do another blood test. You're diabetic. I was 23.
There are cancers you can get from being obese. There are a variety of other metabolic conditions like diabetes that you get from being obese. And some of those can be severe and almost uncontrollable.
And that was the case for Crocker, as the numbers on her scale kept climbing.
It took 4 to 5 years for me to get to the point where we went through almost every medication possible for a diabetic, up to the point where my doctor said, you must be on insulin now. There is nothing else for you.
Crocker's battle with weight isn't unique. 60% of people in Lane County are obese or overweight, and that's roughly 212,000 people. And while Crocker's weight gain stemmed from genetics and traumatic life events, Lane County Public Health says there isn't one reason for the staggering numbers.
We'd like to think it's as simple as just eating the wrong foods or not being as active as we might like to be. But it's really, it's much more to that. Part of it is just the way foods are marketed, the availability of foods, the types of foods that people have access to.
Brian Johnson, Lane County's epidemiologist, says over the last decade, we've seen a 50% increase in the number of people who are obese or overweight. In places like Junction City, pockets of Springfield, and Northwest Eugene, the numbers are the highest.
It's not just an urban or a rural phenomenon. We see it. There are neighborhoods in Eugene or neighborhoods in Springfield who struggle with the same issues.
Johnson says it's as simple as having access to fresh produce, grocery stores, and parks, which can determine whether someone will pack on the pounds.
You have to make decisions to really change your life.
And for Aravinda Crocker, her diabetes diagnosis was a devastating blow. On insulin and her weight continuing to climb, she was just under 300 pounds when she made the decision to have a gastric bypass surgery.
I would go back and make the same decision 1,000 times.
Crocker's lost 190 pounds since that surgery, bringing her closer to her 2 daughters, who couldn't be happier to be out walking with her.
I really love my mom, and I want her to be healthy so that I can spend more time with her.
The reason I had the surgery was because I could see my health declining and getting worse, and I need to be around for these guys.
Now, Crocker says that bypass surgery is not a cure or a fix, and that you do have to work at it to make sure that you're living a healthy lifestyle afterward. She says that she goes for walks regularly and makes sure to eat healthy in order to set an example for her girls. Live in Eugene, Sarah Hurwitz, KEZI 9 News.